So navigators do the mic.
Here we go!
He's killing it.
Watch out.
He's showing love and he's mad about it. Mad love. That's why we say,
Come on, man, you already know.
mad love. You're tuned in to QSJRadio.com, the home to the unsigned artists.
I can't breathe. I can feel my life slipping away. Please help me, 'cause I just need more time to breathe.
Sitting on the other side, wondering how did I get here? Guess it was my time, I wish I had've known my day was near. Last thing I remembered was me face down in the streets with a knee on my neck, struggling to breathe. Thinking, Lord have mercy, somebody help me please. Cause I don't wanna die, no, I don't wanna leave. But nobody came to help me, they just stood around with watchful eyes. I cried out to the Lord, but I guess he couldn't hear my cry. Now I'm a long ways from perfect, I made mistakes along the way. Excuse me for my shortcomings, forgive me if I caused you pain. Now I can see the clock ticking, my life steady slipping. I guess I done did the best with this old life that I've been given. I feel a chill come over me, smell the frost in the air. That loud chatter from the crowd has become a whisper in my ear. The sun's starting to set, days slowly dawning. Shadows in the distance, like a pool of fish spawning. Now I can see that tunnel with that light down at the end. I see somebody standing there, is it a foe or a friend? Maybe it's my Jesus come to count me with the sheep. Or maybe it's them demons chasing me when I be asleep. But as the light gets nearer, I can feel a calm surrounding me, consumed in this darkness. But somehow I feel like I was free, cause when I looked up at that image that was standing at the light, it was my mama, dear mama, the one that gave me life. She went on home ahead of me, but now she's back, my saving grace, with her arms wide open. Smile up on her face, my day one from day one. And now I feel no fear to come to bring me home, cause I can see that I ain't wanted here.
I can't breathe. I can feel my life slipping away. Please help me, 'cause I just need more time to breathe.
Head hurt, stomach hurt, everything hurt. 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 Head hurt, stomach hurt, everything hurt.
Please help me, 'cause I just need more time to breathe. I can't breathe. I can feel my life slipping away. Please help me, 'cause I just need more time to breathe.
Big shout out to everybody listening in, tuned in to QSJRadio.com, home to the unsigned artists. Big shout out to everybody listening in for the first time ever. Make sure you guys hit that like button and stuff like that. I got the homie Skool with me out of Detroit. We're going to talk about him a lot, but before that, and I start talking my shit to this dude, congratulations on this song. It's actually making a lot of traction, man. So how you doing?
Man, I'm doing good, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man, for real. Like it's a real pleasure to have somebody here with us that is actually talking about the movement and actually doing something with the movement versus just clout chasing. So I know that is very, very obvious why you did that song, but why did you feel like you had to come, because I feel like you had to come back out of somewhere to actually put this song out?
Well, actually, to be honest, I had no intentions of doing music. I'm a truck driver. I was on the road driving trucks, going from Michigan to Mississippi, and just riding, listening to music on the radio, and this song just hit. I'm talking about like all at once, the whole song.
Yeah.
And so as I'm driving, I'm writing this song because I'm driving, so I can't write anything down. It's just in my mind. It's going over and over in my mind. The chorus first, and then the verse, all at once. So I'm like, man, this is powerful. Man. I think I need to record this song. So, it take me 2 days to get to Mississippi and back to Michigan. So I got back that Friday, Saturday, I recorded the song. Sunday, I did the video, and it just all came together like that. So in all actuality, I believe that George gave me that song.
That's big right there. Jeez, that's crazy. Not even knowing the dude, you think that he's spiritually sent that to you?
Right, because I write songs all the time, just on a personal level. I've been doing this for years, but I had no intentions on writing this song. I'm actually driving, and in fact, I get pulled over by the Ohio State troopers because as I'm writing the song, I'm getting emotional about it, and I'm like swerving in the lane. So they pull me over thinking I might be drunk or something. And I'm like, wow, you know what I'm saying? So, and they let me go.
Whew.
And so to me, I just felt like, man, and this, like, even when you look at the song, I can take credit and say, well, I was skillful at writing and all that, but actually it wasn't. It just came to me just like that. I might have added in maybe like about 4 bars at the end, just to give it the length.
Damn. Big shout out to everybody listening. If you guys didn't know, we're talking to Skool, born and raised in Detroit, Michigan, truck driving. So he's been all over the states. We're going to talk about these places you've been, because I know as a truck driver, you see a bunch of stuff. The moniker Skool not only donates his maturity, but also his ability to use his life experience to help reach the youth. So Skool being like, you schooling these cats, I want to know where his name came from. It was basically that?
Well, yeah, Skool is just actually denoting my maturity, right? Because I'm old school. I've been doing this rap game since the 80s.
Okay.
So now, when back in the 80s and the 90s, I used to be calling guys Skool. So we do that when the guy's older.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We call them Skool. So now I look up, they calling me Skool now. I'm like, who you calling Skool, man?
It takes offense.
But now they calling me Skool. So, but, if they gonna call me to Skool, I have to take that responsibility now and use my experience in life to actually school them, the young ones that's coming up now. So, I just embrace that, and I try to, live up to that.
If you guys didn't know, Skool's reaching out of Vent Radio. So if you're wondering where he's all studioed out, they got him over there at Vent Radio. So make sure you guys go follow that real quick. So spoken word, right?
Right.
That's what we started from. That's what the history goes with spoken word first.
Yeah. Well, I had a gift for the spoken word, but I didn't realize it as a kid. I remember I was in high school, my first year in high school, and the teacher would give us Shakespeare to read, and I would read it, and then the teacher would show more like concern with me. He would come over with me, right?
Yeah.
All the time, and he would be like giving me more attention. But the teacher at the time, growing up in Detroit, he was a white guy who had a ponytail in his head,
wow.
So I'm looking like, what's this dude doing? You know what I'm saying? This dude always over here, what kind of time he on? You know what I'm saying?
So it feels weird. Yeah. Long hair, all that.
Right. I didn't know this until I got older. And I look back like this is a thing called spoken words. This is a gift that I had developed as a kid. So, it was just something more personal to me. It wasn't like, I want to get out here and make records and blow up and be famous. It was just something that I naturally done. And I still do to this day. And, most of the times I'm inspired by stuff, but most of the times it's like personal.
Skool. So this is crazy. So before we get too crazy and deep into the track, because I'm looking at this and I'm hearing and I'm visualizing, because we're gonna give them a glimpse of this video here soon. Because if you guys didn't hear, yes, that video is out. It's all crazy. Skool, let me know, what was hip hop to you back in the day? And who were some of these names that you used to look up to? Because raising in Detroit, that's a whole different demographic back in the day.
Right. So now I'm in that generation that's right at that Motown generation. And also crossing into the hip hop is just coming in. So, but I still have a Motown mentality. But the thing with me is I have relatives that lived in New York. So I would come to New York.
Ooh.
And I got a chance to see the actual culture. A lot of people in Detroit didn't understand the culture of hip hop. It's a different culture than the culture of Motown. But I got a chance as a young person to see that at the Palladium, Union Square. And I'm watching this, you know what I'm saying? And I'm saying, oh, this is real. This is what they live in. You know what I'm saying? And so I was able to bring that back. And actually, it's the story right here is I had did some songs. I just began to do my own songs, and I wanted to get into the game. So I called a guy named Art Levy. He used to own a company called Sutra Records. Fat Boys was on that company.
Okay.
I called him in New York, and I lied to him. I told him I was a background vocalist for LL. So he invited us to New York, paid it and everything. So I go to New York. I'm trying to get a deal.
Yeah.
I'm playing my tracks for him now. He want to know, but what did you do with LL? Right. So he laughing at me because he know I'm on some BS.
Yeah.
He listened to me, listened to my songs. You know what I'm saying? But he couldn't do nothing with me. But he had a secretary that was there. She heard the song, so she knew somebody at Warlock Records.
Okay.
So she called the guy at Warlock Records.
You mean
shoot down. I think we was on 54. He shot down it, but I didn't know this at the time. So I'm on the elevator. I see this guy get on the elevator, and he's looking me up and down. I'm looking at him like, man, what's this dude? Keep looking, you know what I'm saying? So when we get down, now I see the secretary that was upstairs in our Levy office. And then she introduced, this is the guys I was telling you about. So, yeah. But I was young at the time. He called my mother and was like, yeah, we want him to stay here. We want him to stay here. We're going to do because I write, but my music wasn't really up to par.
Yeah.
My tracks weren't up to par, but I used to write. So they said, we're going to do the music. You just do the writing, but we want you to live here. My mom's like, hell no.
Yeah, young ass.
You better be on the next flight. So that kind of fell through for me. But, I still was in love with the art, especially once I went there and I saw, the true culture of it. You know what I'm saying? That's how I fell in love with it. And, from that point on, so, we looked at, we first heard Rapper's Delight.
Yes.
That's when we first heard Rapper's Delight and Curtis Blow. But Run DMC, but one of my biggest influence was always KRS-One. That was one of my biggest influences. So even to this day. And
and what's crazy is people don't understand this. Like, if you continue following people over the years, they still dropping albums, they still going on tour, they still doing new tracks. But everybody believes that like they fell off, but you don't fall off if your fans follow you. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to you. And I know that diversity of Detroit and New York, that's a big understanding right there. People don't understand that shit, but that's a big understanding. So shout out for family, of course, introducing you to that vibe. So let me fast forward a little bit. So you, on your day job, you are a truck driver, right?
Right. Semi truck.
A semi truck. So those big ass shits that be honking, mad at me because I'm cutting them off.
Right.
Okay. I try not to. I try to get out of the no zone, I swear. But you use that time to write songs, right?
Yeah, and then actually, when I was on this trip, I had a song that I was writing, but it was an R&B song for my daughter.
Okay.
So I was going over it in my head. I was writing it, and as I was doing this, that's when this song for Floyd came.
Yeah.
Because I saw a word. You know how you looking through your you might be looking through songs on YouTube or something like that. And I saw a word say love.
Mm-mm.
I said, let me click that love. You know what I'm saying? I like that. So then when the track hit, I'm talking about, man, the whole song, from the song to the video, everything hit me right then, right there.
Do you usually use the time that you are on the road, on the highway, out here, and write?
Right, yeah, I got many songs that I've written over the road. I mean, like, because I'm driving at least about 11 hours.
Damn.
So I use that time, and you know, some of the songs may be songs for me, some might be something I've got for somebody else I got in mind, but I just do that as I'm driving. That's what passes my time.
Big shout out to everybody listening in. Tune in to QSJRadio.com. I got Skool in the building. Instagram is Joe Joseph. Go ahead and hit him up on that. You know, we're talking about his new release song, Breathe. The video got dropped on Independence Day, observed by America. Was that deliberate for you to do that?
Well, I kind of left that up to Glenn. Because, you know, Glenn come up with ideas that, you know, I might not be able to see. So I left that up to him, and I felt like that was a good day to drop it on.
Now, I know there's a lot of things that people like get sensitive with, or not even sensitive, but kind of like find themselves being in a contradiction. Has there been things that you have stopped celebrating or stopped observing, or is it like, you know, fuck, I don't know, like what do you stop doing, you know?
Well, there was a time when I really just cut out all the holidays. The only holiday that I would really celebrate was Mother's Day. Right, and I have my own reasons. But as I got older, certain holidays I look at differently. Like, say, for instance, Thanksgiving. You know, we understand the history surrounding Thanksgiving. I had cut that out. But at the same time, we're living in the times where we're losing the family. So we need every day that we can come together as a family. So I start back observing Thanksgiving, but just for the gathering and the coming together of the family. You know what I'm saying? That's another historical thing that we have developed. Even with Christmas. Now, I don't I don't teach my kids that Christmas was the day that Jesus was born, or that you know, that there's a Santa Claus. I don't teach them that, but we still come together on that day, because that day does have a significant meaning in our lives as African people. So I still observe those days from the 21st to the 25th with them. But, you know, a lot of these holidays, but I'm not really a excitable person anyway. So, you know, I'm a day is just another day to me, really.
Yeah, but, you know, and I wanted to bring that up because it seems like the Young Bucks want to boycott so much, but I do remember myself, you know, stopping this, stopping that. But it's weird when the winter comes, like you start like holding on to more, and I think that those holidays are needed, but not because of the history. Because I'm not sitting there like, all right, we're gonna put on, you know, cowboys and Indian hats. We're not doing all that, but we will gather around and hopefully a fight don't happen. Because Family is crazy sometimes.
Right.
I just love seeing y'all, you know, because and 2020's been hard. Other than this, 2020's been hard.
Yeah, it's been rough.
This is something that is not over. We're right in the middle of it. And you know, I say this all the time now. Is like I can't wait for those extraterrestrials to show up. You know,
Right.
it's their time right now. How do you feel about what's going on 2020? Other than obviously the movements that finally the world has taken under.
Well, you know, this has been a really strange year. A lot of divisiveness, a lot of misinformation being put out there on both sides.
Yep.
And, you know, I did another song called America where I talk about, you know, how, you know, the politicians controlling everything and how the media is fueling the flames. And you have a lot of people that's dissatisfied, you know, so, and that's the goal, is to cause indecision and fear. And so now the people are becoming dissatisfied. And so, you know, it's like you say, I drive trucks. I go across the country. I've been doing it for years. So I can sit back and observe people and their behavior.
Yeah.
So a lot of times we don't understand that this stuff is affecting people subconsciously. Well, now they're mean to each other. If I go to a truck stop, I see stuff that I've never saw before. Just encounters with the clerk at the truck stop and the driver and stuff like this is going on. This is affecting people and they're not realizing it, that this is being perpetuated by the media. It's being perpetuated by the leaders. And so we had to take a step, and that's what this song was about. You know, when I wrote this song, it actually was about, let's take a step back. You know, we have guys putting out stuff and it's showing how they're angry, and you know, rightfully so. It's showing anger, showing vengefulness in those songs. But I wanted to take a step back. You see what I'm saying? Let's take a step back and look at this from the outside. Look at George, and let's just imagine what he could be thinking and what could he be feeling in this moment. You know what I'm saying? Because, no lie, when I was on that ground just playing that part, and that guy had his knee on me, he wasn't putting no pressure on me. There's no way that this man was going to survive, and he knew it from the beginning. He knew from the beginning that he wasn't going to survive this if they don't get off his neck. He knew that he was going to die. I mean, just for those little seconds, man, my whole neck was hurting for the whole week. So, you know, let's take a step back and say, well, what is this man thinking, knowing that he ain't going to survive this if don't nobody help him? So did he get angry? Did he humble himself? Did he go within himself? And so that's the message that I was, excuse me. That's the message I was really trying to bring across.
Big shout out to everybody listening in. Tune in to QSJRadio.com, home of the unsigned artists. I got the homie Skool with me. You know, there's something like I was just talking to a local truck driver, right? And I wanted to ask him a question, but he really couldn't answer it because they're local, right? They stay in the state. But you going across country, is there a feeling for America that you have that people don't understand while you seeing everything? Like you see these sunsets, you see these sunrises. You know, there's got to be like some weird thing, even though all this crazy shit is going on. Is there this feeling that you got about America that nobody knows?
Well, you know, I'm looking at it, but I'm an optimistic person. You know, that's just how I am. And when I observe the different people and you can see it, okay, like say if I go in a truck stop, I got my mask on, but I might be in Mississippi.
Okay.
And it might be a white guy in the bathroom, I'm washing my hands, but he'll see me with my mask and he'll smirk up under his breath. He can't help himself. You know what I'm saying? This becomes trivial to him. This mask, wearing of this mask becomes something trivial to him. And he's like, why you got this mask on? This is what he's wondering. And some of them have even asked me, why you got that mask on? And so, but we can easily take offense. We can easily do that. But I just tell him like this, listen, man, my mom just died 2 months ago in May from COVID.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, here go a message I just got last night of somebody that just died last Saturday.
Yep.
Said, I see people dying, man. I don't know what you seeing, but I see people dying. So I don't know what's going on with this COVID. I don't know what's going on with this coronavirus. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not taking no chances. I'm gonna wear this mask. If that's all I could do is wear this mask, then that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna trivialize it.
Yeah.
But you have different, and I feel like I understand where the ideas is coming from. You see what I'm saying? You have ideas that's being promoted out here, and you have a certain kind of person that's going to attach himself to that idea. And I feel like I understand that. So I understand what their thinking is.
Yeah.
But I also understand that justice has to balance itself out. So when you see all this stuff going on, understand that the universe has to balance itself. And so that balance, we call that justice. So when I was out with the march and I see all these young people out here, I'm talking about these college kids, different ethnic backgrounds, all here together.
Yeah.
That's showing me that's something I had never seen. That's justice starting to come together.
Yeah.
That's the universe starting to balance itself out. So, like I said, I'm optimistic and I believe in that. I believe that it's going to balance itself out. That's the cycle of life. And so, we out here fussing and fighting and pushing and shoving, but in the end, the universe is going to balance itself out with or without you.
Wow. I don't know about you, but when I drive, I think about some other shit, man. Big shout out to you. Shout out to everybody listening. OG School, they saying that in the chat real quick. If you guys got any questions for the homie, let me know. But I'm going to go ahead and take a little break real quick, but we're going to introduce something that you did with Loose Cannon called Say a Prayer. If you can, let us know what this song is about right here.
Well, I had heard about this song. Actually, I wrote during when we was going through that crisis. That I guess it was a recession. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
And it kind of hit Detroit real hard. So I just wanted to say, say a prayer to it. Say a prayer for the city.
All right, here it is. Loose Cannon, Skool, say a prayer.
Let's say a little prayer for my city, cause we ain't doing too good. That stimulus plan ain't being felt in the hood. Walk up my block, look at the face and see the pain and the hurt. Peep it. You see that creeper they keeping up under their shirts. He ain't no jobs, but it's work. And when the rain dries up, niggas will slang mud or throw dirt. And that's my word. It's like a jungle, these streets is filled with gorillas and apes. And I don't know which one's worse, these alligators or snakes. Obama, please tell me what a bailout for the poor folk. The recession's got the ghetto in the chokehold and it won't let go. Guess it's better just to box us up. Send your DEA with their indictments to lock us up and put us all on the same page. Throw us all up in the same cage. And now you got kinfolks and cousins living like dogs, all trying to eat out of the same plate. Say a prayer for us.
Somebody say a prayer for us. Moment of silence, close your eyes, bow your head for us. Forgive us, Father, for we know not what we do. I said we know not what we do. Somebody say a prayer for us. Moment of silence, close your eyes, bow your head for us. Forgive us, Father, for we know not what we do. I said we know not what we do.
Life is pain, but I'm learning that pain is life. I'm just trying to maintain and stay focused. Watch hip-hop give me stripes. It ain't a day that goes by. My mama don't cry, knowing 7 times out of 10 young blacks died. Just look at my city. Holy shit, ain't that pretty? With all these houses burning down, my city's a simmer. Terry, get it, don't worry about it. My world is overly crowded. Saying the mayor can fix it at this point, I highly doubt it. This is reality, understand it's a tragedy. Plotting these strategies, why these niggas so mad at me? All I can do is bow my head and understand closed mouths will never get fed. All I am is a big brother trying to get ahead. While you all up in the strip clubs tricking off your bread, I'm just saying so focused, my mind is so open. I grind to get mine away and I'm hoping you're wasting your time, you're wasting your mind. But at this time I need you to say your prayer for us.
Somebody say a prayer for us. Moment of silence, close your eyes, bow your head for us.
tears of the sun.
They call us kings and queens, but my kingdom's a slum.
Broken hearts,
Shattered dreams,
fallen angels with.
broken wings. See,
I wrote the lines to this song with a tear in my eye. With both hands held high, my face to the sky.
cause ain't nothing worse to see than a bird on the ground with a broken wing and he can't fly.
Check it. GM broke down and ain't no cars moving. Chrysler and Ford follow suit.
Pops lost his job and got caught up in a robbery gone bad and ended up on the wrong end of a shooting.
Yay, Lord. And ain't no hope in these streets for the people.
Another young son turned out to this evil.
Tread muddy waters. Seems like ain't no conscience for our sons or our daughters. Somebody say a prayer for us.
Somebody say a prayer for us. Moment of silence, close your eyes, bow your head for us. Forgive us, Father, for we know not what we do. I said we know not what we do. Somebody say a prayer for us. Moment of silence, close your eyes, bow your head for us. Forgive us, Father, for we know not what we do. I said we know not what we do. Somebody say a prayer for us. Moment of silence, close your eyes, bow your head for us. Forgive us, Father, for we know not what we do. I said we know not what we do. Somebody say a prayer for us. Moment of silence, close your eyes, bow your
Ooh.
head for us. Forgive us, Father, for we know not what we do.
I don't know how many generations and separations y'all got. Oh my God. But usually that shit is hard to do with somebody that is older and younger at the same time. That was Skool and Loose Cannon. Did you used to have another name?
Who Skool?
Yeah.
Yeah, I started out as Lil Joe,
Okay.
and then I went to Yusef Ben Melanik.
Okay.
But I just wanted to break all that down, man. You know, some of the youngsters, they be like, Skool. Every time they see me, Skool. I say, you know what? I'm just going to embrace the Skool.
So I see it say Yusef Ben Melanik. Yeah. Yo, tell me, educate me on why YBM. Tell me.
Well, you know, my father's name is Joe too. So in the Hebrew language, Ben means the child of. So I'm saying the child of Joe. The melanin is denoting that, you know, we possess melanin.
Mm-hmm.
We are the melanated people. So I'm the child of Joe, the melanated man. So that's why I chose that name, you know what I'm saying? But I said, you know what, I ain't gonna try to get too deep, but I'm just gonna break it down, you know, coming from where I'm coming from. It's Skool.
So I know that he took it to school with them by keeping it school and keeping an old tradition in Detroit alive. But that Yosef Ben Melanik, that would have been like everything that you doing, because it seems like you keep up with the topics, you keep up with the times and the people that you are trying to remember in your music.
Well, see, the thing of it is this. You know, when I look and I listen to a lot of our conscious people, I look at a lot of our conscious people out here spreading the knowledge.
Mm.
But sometimes they do it in a way where they set themselves apart from the average guy that's out there, the dude that's on the block, the dude that's on the corner. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes they get too deep. They want to go too far out in space and can't bring them back. So I said, no, I'm gonna go meet them where they are. I want to speak their language. You know, I want to show them that where you at now, I was there. And so, you know, I just wanted to strip all that off. I ain't wearing no crowns. I'm just you.
Big shout out to that. Shout out to everybody listening. Tune in to QSJRadio.com. You guys probably know him as Lil Joe. You guys probably know him as Yosef Ben Melanik. Or you could call, but right now we calling him Skool. I'm just knowing the history because now I put your name on there and your songs show up out of everywhere. So was this a recent change for you?
Yeah. I mean, it was. The Yusef Ben Melanik was basically me coming into consciousness. You know, that still exists. You know what I'm saying? You are who you were. So who I was, I'm that. You know what I'm saying? From the past, I'm who I am now in the present, and I'm also who I am in the future. So I'm trying to encompass all of that. So just because I'm saying school now, I'm doing that because of the most important aspect of our community is the young people. I'm doing that for them. But I'm still Yusef Ben Melanik. I'm still Lil Joe.
I mean, you just, as an artist, evolution is what it is, but you still bring parts of you with you. People don't really, you know what I'm saying? They try to say, oh, I switched up my flow. Like, I didn't. I just matured. Because it probably views that you had before that you probably don't have anymore. Right?
And then my musical talents has evolved. You hearing this now, but my thing is more of a band. I play guitar, piano. So I develop songs to where I incorporate that in it. It's not just, what you're seeing on these videos right here.
Yeah.
So I try to create shows that I can reach people on different levels, whether it might be something personal, it may be something political. It may be something spiritual.
I want to bring something back for these people, man. I want them to understand why we here. So if you guys are just here tuning in for the first time, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure you guys follow the homie Joe Joseph on that Instagram. He's known as Skool right now. He does have a single out called Breathe. It is a tribute to George Floyd and what he believed that he was actually going through during those 8.5 minutes, which is crazy. Did you see the whole video, or did you stir away from that?
I try not to watch those kind of videos because we got to guard what we allow into our consciousness.
Yeah.
But I couldn't turn away from that particular video. And I was stuck on it, but I didn't really know. I don't know him. So I never met him before. I never saw anything. But after the song came to me, when I actually got to a place where I can actually search, I went and looked at some things, some video of him speaking, and then some of the stuff he was saying I had already put in the song.
Which is crazy.
I'm like, wow,
Wow, that is crazy. Like, he really was up in his life before the research.
Right.
Wow. That's crazy. Big shout out to everybody listening. Tune in to QSJRadio.com, home of the Unsigned Artist. Skool out of Detroit. We just had the song Say a Prayer. How is Detroit doing right now?
I mean, this the up south. You know what I'm saying? So we've been struggling for a long time, but we know how to struggle. We ain't running from it. But it's a new mindset. So those of us who've been here before, who's experienced, we got to use our wisdom and try to, bring the people back together. But it's gonna happen though, Just another challenge.
That's a big challenge right there. I'm being seeing like before and after pictures of Detroit and all that. It's like bugging me out a little bit. You know what I mean?
It's it's safe. We talk about Black Wall Street. We talk about the gentrification of Georgetown, D.C., different places where they try to do that here. They've been trying it for years. It's so our people are so deeply rooted in this city. It's difficult, but they trying.
At least they trying.
That's what it is. Yeah, they trying to gentrify this city, but it's hard for them. They finding it hard.
Big shout out to everybody listening in. Skool, we're going to go ahead and take a little break and introduce the video right now that's out on YouTube all over the place. Been getting his views. Once again, I really want to appreciate you taking time to talk to us. I know you got places to go. I see you looking at your watch. I got you. Stop doing that.
I'm glad to be here, man. I ain't going to lie to you.
Hey, man. Here it is. You're probably not going to hear it, so there's going to be some silence. You can go ahead and take a little break. Walk away from the mic and all that. But I want to introduce this to everybody. Shout out to everybody listening. Tune in to QSJRadio.com. Skool. This is Breathe.
Wondering how did I get here? Guess it was my time, I wish I had known my day was near. Last thing I remember was me face down in the streets with a knee on my neck, struggling to breathe. Thinking, Lord have mercy, somebody help me please. Cause I don't wanna die, no, I don't wanna leave. But nobody came to help me, they just stood around with watchful eyes. I cried out to the Lord, but I guess he couldn't hear my cry. Now I'm a long ways from perfect, I made mistakes along the way. Excuse me for my shortcomings, forgive me if I caused you pain. Now I can see the clock ticking, my life steady slipping. I guess I done did the best with this old life that I've been given. I feel a chill come over me, smell the frost in the air. That loud chatter from the crowd has become a whisper in my ear. The sun's starting to set, days slowly dawning. Shadows in the distance, like a pool of fish spawning. Now I can see that tunnel with that light down at the end. I see somebody standing there, is it a foe or a friend? Maybe it's my Jesus come to count me with the sheep. Or maybe it's them demons chasing me when I be asleep. But as the light gets nearer, I can feel a calm surrounding me, consumed in this darkness. But somehow I feel like I was free, cause when I looked up at that image that was standing at the light, it was my mama, dear mama, the one that gave me life. She went on home ahead of me, but now she's back, my saving grace, with her arms wide open. Smile up on her face, my day one from day one. And now I feel no fear. She come to bring me home, cause I can see that I ain't wanted here.
I can't breathe. I can feel my life slipping away. Please help me. Cause I just need more time to breathe.
Head hurt, stomach hurt, everything hurt. 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 Head hurt, stomach hurt, everything hurt.
Please help me. Cause I just need more time to breathe. I can't breathe. I can feel my life slipping away. Please help me. Cause I just need more time to breathe.
Nation Navigators to the mic. Here we go. He's killing it.
Watch out.
He's so in love and he's mad about it. Mad love. That's why we say,
Come on, man, you already know.
mad love.
Woo! Y'all can't even understand the reliving of that. You know what I mean? I took time to, see this video. Glenn been hounding me about it. It's all good. We try to talk about the release date. It was just 1 week. It's hitting numbers. The comments are getting ridiculous. So shout out to them. And of course, you're going to have to understand that this is the elephant. And people are not going to want to know or understand this kind of conversation. So big shout out to you guys. Shout out to everybody listening. Tune in to QSJRadio.com, home of the unsigned artists. Breathe. Joe. Little Joe. Where you at? I mean, this is one of these things that it's almost as if the only people that are going to understand you are the ones behind the movement. This is one of those versus, being an artist and pushing for, what is it? Pushing for a widespread. It's Your intention, I can't even imagine like you just chilling behind the truck, listening to this beat and crying. You know, I would be.
Man,
I can't even imagine that, bro.
I told you the state troop pulled me over. Thought I was drunk.
Man, it's all good, man. Who the hell is that? You, me? Yeah, I think that's me. It's whatever. But anyways, big shout out to everybody listening. Tune in to QSJRadio.com, home of the unsigned artists. Listen, like I promised before, we're gonna get to know you a little bit. We're gonna get you a little bit right here. It's gonna take you out of your realm. But before we do that, I know that 2020 is horrible. Condolences to those who you lost, especially Mom Dukes, to the COVID. I lost some people too. I'm even, like I said, I've been in the Navy 20 years, and I'm seeing some young kids suffer with this disease, this virus, you know, so it's really hard. 2020 for me has been a little bit difficult. So condolences to you.
Yeah, thanks.
And what's crazy is that you know, what do you do after this? right when everything becomes kind of normal, I don't even know what that's gonna look like. I just hope that is some kind of safe normal. What's the plan for school? What we doing, yo? Mixtape coming out? What we doing? What we dropping? What we doing?
I mean, actually, man, I think, you know, I like I said, I do a lot of different songs, but I never really, you know, put together an EP or album or nothing like that. But it seems like this song right here gave me, you know, the reason for doing it. Like this song is the song I needed to string everything else to it. You know, so, you know, I'm gonna start pushing the songs out. Like I'm gonna probably go in the studio and do like 8 songs.
Okay, I can't wait.
But some of them, they're not gonna be all, you know, like this one. It's gonna a lot of them gonna be like more instrumental.
Okay. So what we doing with this? I know that we talked. I peeped a song that you were doing, an R&B song, dedicated towards your daughter. Is that finished? Is that something that?
No, I was doing it for her actually.
Oh, for her.
I was writing a song for her. If I can get them to get serious about it, or some young woman. Young lady, you know. So, you know, just writing songs for different people. I might have somebody in mind and I say, I'm gonna do a song for this person, you know.
Hey man, you know what? As hard as it is to get them to do their homework, you could do that shit. All right? Ass beating still count. Let me stop. But anyway, get them in the stew. If you believe in that talent, that's all they need. You know what I'm saying? I know it's hard.
They don't see what I can see. You know what I'm saying? I see what they got in them. I see what they can do because I was once them.
Yeah.
You know, without somebody behind me pushing me. You know what I'm saying? So, or you know, like I said, I had this gift, but I never knew it. You know, I thought it was just some, you know, people do. You know.
Yeah.
So I want them to understand you got the gift. I see it. You know, but it's, you know, and then, you know, this the game for the youth. You know, I'm old head, so you know. But, you know, so I'm always trying to stay in tune, you know, with what these guys is doing out here. We got Soda Baby out here. Shout out to Soda Baby, T Grizzly, Dej Loaf, you know, Cash Dow, you know. So I'm always up on these youngsters out here and seeing what they doing. You know, I just don't like to get caught up in one genre or one age group, you know.
Yeah. It's a little nuts what they be doing. I don't care what nobody say. They out here looking like jumping snakes. I don't care.
Yeah, you know, but that's, you know, when I started doing the hip hop, that's what they were saying. Cause you know, when I was young, we was rapping Blowfly. You probably don't know nothing about Blowfly.
Ooh, what? I don't. No, I don't. I'm gonna Google that shit.
Blowfly, and then Sugar Hill came out. You know, you just imagine my grandparents looking at me like, what is this clown doing?
And there's always that time. Yeah, there's always that time.
It looks strange to him, but you know, I just always stayed in tune with the youth.
Big shout out to that.
I never forgot my past, never forgot the elders, you know.
All right, so here I am. I'm putting you in this hot seat.
We have now started our fast round where our guests are asked a few questions about themselves that they wouldn't expect us to ask. Don't worry, it's not like that. Hope you didn't think we were that underground.
All right, so I'm going to change this up real quick because it seems like every time I talk to a OG, y'all want to have a whole spiritual conversation. So we're going to make this a fast round, which I appreciate the wise, the wisdom, and everything like that, because I usually, every time I talk to somebody, I take them in. You ever played the game Mega Man? Like, you know how you, like, I don't know if you know, but when you defeat your enemy, you gain their power. And I feel like when I have conversations with people, I gain a lot. I gain a knowledge, and I take those with me. And I think wifey doesn't even like me no more because I switched up so many times because I start acting like motherfuckers. But it's because I appreciate the time. But what we're gonna do here is we're gonna talk about this or that. This is one of those examples right here. I will ask you dog or cat, and you pick which one. All right. Okay,
Dog.
you good?
Right.
All right.
We start now?
Yeah, we started now. All right.
Okay, I'm going to pick dog.
All right. Okay, we picking dog. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and try to knock out as many as we can to get to know you a little bit better. And some of these are controversial, especially in the world of the internet. But it's not going to get you in trouble. All right. Netflix or YouTube?
YouTube.
Phone call or text?
Phone call.
Toast or eggs?
Toast.
Cardio or weights?
Cardio.
Facebook or Twitter?
Facebook.
Ice cream cone or snow cone?
Ice cream cone.
Mobile games or console games?
Console games.
Music or podcast while walking?
Music.
Okay, check this one out. iPhone or Android?
Android.
You get the fuck off my air. Fuck out of here. Formal or function?
Let's say that again.
Form or function? Like
Form.
Okay. Pop or indie?
Pop or what?
Indie.
Independent.
Oh, independent.
Cake or pie?
Man, cake. I'm trying to stay away from that.
Swimming or sunbathing?
Swimming.
High tech or low tech?
I'm slow with the tech, so I'm going to say low tech.
Big party or small gathering?
Small gatherings.
New clothes or new phone?
New clothes.
Rich friend or loyal friend?
Loyal.
Football or basketball?
Football.
Work hard or play hard?
Work hard.
Nice car or nice home interior?
Nice home interior.
What's worse, laundry or dishes?
Dishes.
Sound like you don't do both. Shut up. Jogging or hiking?
Jogging.
Bath or shower?
Bath.
Sneakers or sandals?
Sneakers.
Glasses or contacts?
Glasses.
Hamburger or taco?
Taco.
Couch or recliner?
Recliner.
Online shopping or shopping in the store?
Shopping in the store.
Would you like to receive an email or a letter?
The email.
Passenger or driver?
Driver.
That's self-explanatory right there, right? Tablet or computer?
Computer.
Most important in a partner, intelligence or funny?
Intelligence.
Car or truck? Right?
Car.
Uh-oh, here goes the gang question. Red or blue?
Black.
Okay. Fuck it, right? Money or free time?
Money.
Amusement park or a day at the beach?
Amusement park.
At the movies, you get popcorn or candy?
Popcorn.
Do you write with a pen or a pencil?
Pen.
I hear that toilet paper question. I hate this one. Over or under?
Shit.
Right.
Under. I'm just gonna pick one.
I don't even know. Like, you know how the thing is rolled? Yeah. They be arguing over that. Somebody.
Yeah. Under.
Yeah. Okay. Cups in the cupboard. There's cups in the cupboard, right? Do you place them right side up or upside down?
Right side up.
You know, I never realized that until I lived with somebody else. Like, why you got the cups like this? But anyways, pancake or waffle?
Pancake.
Coke or Pepsi?
Oh, I'll say Coke. I don't even drink that.
Oh, okay. Coffee cup or thermos?
The thermos.
Blinds or curtains?
Blinds.
Train or plane?
Train.
Iced coffee or hot coffee?
Iced coffee.
Meat or vegetables?
Vegetables.
International vacation or a new TV?
International vacation.
Yeah, we out. Yeah, okay. I'll watch that shit later. Movie at home or movie at the theater?
At home.
And oceans or mountains?
Oceans.
Mac or PC?
PC.
Let me get one more in real quick. Big shout out to everybody listening in. Book or ebook?
Book.
Big shout out to everybody listening. Tune in to QSJRadio.com. Home of the unsigned artists. Yes, my man's to survive the fast round. Not crazy. Not crazy. I was gonna get crazier, but you know. But big shout out to everybody listening. Tune in to QSJ Radio. It's been a great pleasure. I do have a question for you that maybe you could tell or ask some people for or give some inspiring information for these unsigned artists out there, man. What do you advise them as artists?
Basically, just they basically want to get the information and get control of their own business, own life. And so you want to obtain information, form yourself up what's going on.
That's what's up, man. Yo, Skool, good looking out, man. I hope that Breathe continues doing what it does. And as soon as I see it on these, it's on these platforms, right?
Yeah, it's on all platforms.
So once I put that out right now, I'm gonna add it to our Mad Love playlist on Spotify, making sure that it gets that recognition, at least from our audience. And of course, man, thank you once again for having the time to take to talk to us.
You know, thank you, man, for having me. Appreciate you.
All right. Big shout out to everybody listening. Tune in to QSJRadio.com, home to the unsigned artists. Please do stay tuned. We do have one more interview tonight. We're going to take a little bit break. Skool, thank you once again for taking time. Glenn, I'll give you a shout out to see what's up. I said later. They already calling me. Shout out to everybody listening. Yo.
I don't know what happened.
I don't know either. Don't worry. I watched it.
Yeah, it just went crazy.
And give me like 10 minutes and then we could get Little Glenn in.
Okay, cool.
All right.
All right.
Jesus Christ. Take the dogs out. Everybody should be down here. Hurry up. You got 7 minutes. Hurry up.